Welcome back, fellow speculators, to the Speculator's Edge, where super performance begins and opportunities await. I'm Berg, your host. So are you ready to achieve super performance? Today I'm going to show you how you can do just that with stocks BMTC, LDL, and PMD. I'm going to show you how you can make some serious money with these stocks. I'm going to go over the charts on a technical theme and then flip over to the fundamental themes of those stocks. Before we dive in, please subscribe to my channel. You can click on the TSC logo in the bottom right hand corner of this video. Like the video and leave a comment, and thank you for your support. So before we dive in, this video is for educational purposes only. Do your due diligence before venturing off into any stocks or the stock market itself. It's your duty to take responsibility for your own actions. So let's get a move on, because time is money. So the first chart that we're going to go over, BMTC, which is Brian Marr Bank. As you can see on this chart, on a technical theme, the first thing that we look for is we look for the prior trend. And the prior trend that we have is an uptrend and is greater than 25% from the low to the high, okay, within that uptrend. Next thing that we look for is we look for the cycle of the stock. Where is the price action within the cycle of the stock? And so the cycles will be stage 1, 2, 3, and 4. We want to be buying in a stage 2 uptrend, which is an accumulation phase where institutions are buying this stock, okay? So we got a lot of volume pumping in, a lot of demand, okay? So we are in a stage 2 uptrend. And the next thing that we look for is we look for a base and pattern. And practically what a base is a count, or a count within the cycle of the stock. So within the stage 2, a stock will go through 4 to 5 bases. Sometimes it can last longer than that, but practically a base is just a breather, where the price of the stock takes a breather and consolidates. So you have buyers and sellers battling, and you have some short-term traders taking profits off the table, maybe some long-term traders there, but other than that, that's all a base is. It's just a breather within the major trend, okay? So, and then what we look for is a pattern, of course, pattern analysis. And so what we're in with this stock, we're in a secondary base, which is good. That's usually where you want to be buying, either in the primary or the secondary or the third, the tertiary base, okay? Those are usually going to be more of your high probability setups right there. They're going to make you the most money when they break out of that base, okay? And what we have for a pattern, we have a rounding bottom here. So what we're going to look for next is we're going to look for the price action within that pattern or in that base. And we're going to look for low volatility, so practically contractions in price. So tightness in price is what we're looking for. Practically it's a coiling phase within that base where price is ready to move. When it does break out, it can move in a major way and make you more money. So what we have here is we do have low volatility within the base. So nice tight price action right here, okay? Practically within here we do have a small double bottom with a handle right here, but this is really tight price action, so low volatility. And not only that, we're looking for price to be near 52-week highs, okay? And this stock is actually breaking out to 52-week highs right now, which is really good. So there's not much, there's actually hardly any supply to the left-hand side of the chart. Meaning that enough demand to pick this stock up. Once it gets past resistance, it could move in a dramatic way, okay? So this could be the next takeoff phase for this stock, okay? So then what we're going to look for next is we're going to look for volume. We're going to see what volume is doing, okay? Because volume is the fuel for price, okay? Volume is practically everything besides price, okay? So what we're looking for is we're going to look for a decrease in volume within the base. And then what we're going to look for next is we're going to look for an increase in volume or in demand coming out of the base or out of the pattern itself, okay? Because that's more of a high conviction. It's letting you know that we do have some institutions in here buying, or we have, we have some big money coming in, okay? This won't be your aunt, this won't be your uncle buying, okay? When you see, nearly 300,000 shares being bought at $49.70 or, at $49. So anyway, so what we do is we look and see if volume is decreased, and volume is decreased dramatically here within the handle, or not the handle, but within the base or the pattern itself, causing the range, the price to consolidate in a nice tight price range, okay? And today what we're having is volume demand increase, which is an excellent sign. This is what we want to see. So this stock looks really good right now. And the next thing that we look for is the pivot points, what I call super pivots, because once those super pivots are breached, this will give way to a really monster move, okay? And so the super pivot is going to be at $40.26. So at this close right here on this massive gap up within this high volume here, so we are breaching that today. We did breach it several days ago, but we're really breaching on high volume, and it's breaking out. So this is a pretty high conviction trade right here. Like I said, do your own due diligence before you venture off. This is not a recommendation for this stock, so you trade at your own risk, okay? So let's move on to LDL, which is LIDL, which is in the industrial and industrial machinery, okay? So again, what we're looking for, prior trend is greater than 25% from low to high, and not only that, we're setting up in the stage 2 uptrend. Now we're looking for the base and the pattern. The base count, since we have the primary base being right here, we are entering into the secondary base, which is this right here. The pattern is going to be a cup with the handle right here. So this is the cup, this is the handle, and now we're going to look at price. We got nice price action, nice tight price action right here throughout the handle. It's low vol. It means there's low volatility. Contracting in price, and price is near 52-week highs. 52-week highs being right here, $42.06. The stock is right now at $38.05 with a high at $39.45. So we're pretty close to those 52-week highs. Now what we're going to look for is volume. We're going to look for the decrease in volume and then an increase in volume coming out of the handle. Okay, so volume, as you can see, decreases dramatically right here within the handle and is starting to increase coming out of the handle. What I'd like to see is that $39.60 right here, the high of the handle, being cracked today. Hopefully we'll get that, not for sure, but it really doesn't matter because we're having some really good volume coming out right here. And so the next thing is I'm looking for the super pivots, and matter of fact, there's actually several super pivots right here, and they've all been breached. So one super pivot being right here on this gap at $39.39 at the close. That's a really good point to be buying at when that's cracked. Another one is at $39.21, which is going to be right here on this day at this close right here, which we cracked today at the high with $39.45. And then the next super pivot that we have is at $37.82 because it's in this nice tight range, and this is the high of this nice tight range within this handle. Okay, so this is a pretty high conviction trade right here due to volume as well increasing coming out of the base and volume decreasing, which was in the base. So expect, hopefully, like I said, it'll crack that $39.60 today. Because then that'll even give it even more high conviction, more of a higher probability of making a larger profit. So also, before I move on, how you can also see a stage 2 uptrend as you follow your moving averages. This red line here is the 200-day moving average. This light blue is a 150-day moving average. That's practically how you can figure out if you're in a stage 2 uptrend as well. You don't just have to look at just the trend of the price, but and the volume. You can also see it within the moving averages, which the moving averages are just a smoothed out line of price itself. Okay, so what we're hoping for is we're going to hope for the close to settle at $37.82 today. If it closes below that, I wouldn't recommend putting on the trade. So I usually like to wait until the end of the day to make a trade, just due to the fact that I want to see the price keep stable and actually close above that at or above that super pivot. Okay, so like I said, this isn't a recommendation either. Okay, so next stock, or the last stock, is PMD, which is Psychmedics, and they're in the healthcare and medical equipment. Okay, so this stock is having a really nice day, really strong price action. The prior trend is greater than 25%. We have this nice uptrend. Okay, we are in a stage 2 uptrend as well. All moving averages, the 200-day moving average is below the 150-day moving average, with the 50-day moving average being above both of those, which is good. That's what we want to see. So the third thing that we're looking for is the base and the pattern. We're looking at a primary base due to the fact that this price has just ran up, and the 150-day moving average has moved up above the 200-day moving average about a month and a half ago. Okay, so this would be the first base, the first breather within that stock. As you can see, tons of volume, huge demand right here, pushing this stock up into the stage 2 uptrend. Okay, we still do have some demand, a little bit of selling right here, but not much. But we do have huge demand coming out right here, coming out of this, out of what's called a cup with handle pattern, and breaking out of the handle with huge volume. Okay, so next thing that we're looking for is we're going to look for the price, see what price, how price action is how it's acted, how it's been acting here lately. As you can see, it's been in a nice range. It's had very low volatility, so lots of contraction in the price, especially right here. And so not only that, price is near 52-week highs, which is at $7.90. It's right now at $7.28. So we're going to move on to volume and check out volume, see what's going on with volume here. We got tons of volume dry up, so a huge decrease in volume, which is good. That's what we want to see, meaning that traders have left the building. There's not much trading going on in this stock. Okay. So we are increasing, volume is increasing while it's breaking out of this handle here. So that's a good sign. This is what we want to see. The probabilities of this stock moving up to $7.90 within the next few days is high. So our super pivot is going to be at the $7.05, which is right here. And of course, we cracked that. We made a high of $7.35 today, and right now we're at $7.28. So as long as it holds that $7.05, really what you want to see, hopefully it'll hold that $7.18 level right here. That'll even give it even more high conviction. So like I said, this is not a recommendation to buy this stock. You trade at your own risk. Okay, you take responsibility for your own actions. So let's go and look at these stocks on a fundamental theme real quick. As we can see, BMTC has a composite rating of 90. It is 36 within its rank, 36 within its components, or within its competitors. Practically what they do, they're a holding company for BRYN Mar Trust Co., operating via 41 offices in Pennsylvania and Delaware counties. The industry group rank is really good. It's at 31. The relative strength rating of the group is A, excellent. Earnings per share, percent change last quarter, 266%. Excellent. Last 3 quarters average earnings per share growth is 80%, which is excellent. Really, really good. The 3-year earnings per share growth rate, not so great at negative 16%, but the earnings per share estimated percent change for the current year is 70%, is good. Annual pre-tax margin, excellent, 16.7%. The sales, of course, not so great, and the 3-year sales growth rate, not so great. But like I said, I'm more of a technical guy. I trade price action. Price has to prove to me it's everything, okay? Other than that, percent change in funds owning the stock is negative 3%, not great, and quarters of increasing fund ownership, 0. So not so great on a, it is good though on accumulation distribution rating, which is A+, but on a fundamental theme, yeah, not so great. But really, to be honest with you, price is everything, and that's what's going to tell you what you need to do, okay? So price action on the stock has been great. Let's move on to LIDL, LDL, and let's see what we have here. It's ranked, composite rating is 66, and it's ranked number 12 within its competitors. It manufactures automotive, thermal, and acoustical barriers and industrial insulating and filtration products for OEMs. So the industry group rank is 117, not so great. Group relative strength rating is C, not so great either, but the earnings per share percent change last quarter was 75%, that's good. Earnings per share estimated percent change current quarter is 248%, so that's good. And not only that, the last quarter earnings percent earnings surprise was 84%, which that's pretty good as well. Sales, not so great. Annual pre-tax margin, not so great. So, but not only that, there's not really any percent change in funds owning the stock or quarters of increasing fund ownership. The accumulation distribution rating is a B-, which is pretty good. But other than that, like I said, on a technical theme, this stock is excellent. It's showing great action, nice volume. That's what you want to follow. Volume is, like I said, is besides price, is everything, because volume is what's fueling the stock to move, okay? That's what you want to see. That's what you want to follow. That's where institutions are putting their money at. So let's move on to PMD. And PMD, of course, composite rating 33, but it's not even ranked within its competitors. What they do is they provide testing services for the direction of abused substances through the analysis of hair samples. Okay, the industry group rank is not good at all, 168. So with the industry group rank, what you want to do, you really want to try to swim within a really good industry. Okay, you want to be buying within a really good industry. And not only that, you want the group relative strength rating to be good as well, because that's telling you that compared to the other to its other counterparts or other industries, that strength, there's actual strength with the industry itself. Okay, the earnings per share percent change last quarter was 133%, which is good. Number of quarters of earnings per share acceleration is at which was 1, and then the sales, not so great. There hasn't been any percent change in funds owning the stock, but the accumulation distribution rating is a B, which is good. So there is buying compared to, or there is, let's put it this way, there is buying compared to selling. More buying than what there is selling. Okay, so more demand within the stock. Other than that, like I said, these stocks are more on the technical side right now. That's what we're following. Like I said, that's what I really am. I'm more of a technical guy than anything else, because I like to see where volume's going. That tells me everything as to where money is rotating, where it's going. We're looking for that. We're looking for good price action to connect with it as well. So practically that's it. These three charts here, if you trade them properly, trade them correct, position size, manage your risk appropriately, you will make some money on these stocks. Okay, so before I end the video, I want to thank you for watching and supporting the Speculator's Edge. I hope you found the material informative and enjoyed. Please subscribe if you haven't already. Drop a comment and let me know what you think of the video. If you have any questions, I'll be more than happy to help. I'll also post a link down below to my Patreon site where you can go and look at what I have to offer you on that site, which if you do subscribe to one of my tiers, you'll receive an exclusive list of stocks on a daily basis that are primed and ready to make you a fortune. Okay, and not only that, you'll start achieving super performance right off the bat. Okay, tons of material on there. I'm going over my AWR, which is adjusting with risk, position sizing, and risk management technique, and also my STOPA method, which stands for specific timing of pivot point analysis, which is a trading method that I've developed, and tons of great material. Just go and check out the site. If you haven't already checked out my intro video, check out my introduction video here on YouTube. It tells you, exactly what I have to offer you. So, but other than that, I want to thank you again for watching. Here at TSC, we trade in the present, we study the past for knowledge, and we trade we study the past for knowledge and follow the process of trading to build our future. So thank you again, and opportunities await, my friends.